I think we are pretty much done with everything in the instrumental, but before we move on to the next chapter, I would really like you to know one really important thing when it comes to kick and 808 mixing. We routed the kick to the sidechain channel, but it's not taking it all the way to the down, and we really need it to be completely out while the kick is playing. That's why we'll apply peak controller on the kick, and now go to the 808, apply a new equalizer just to be sure, take the first band, take it a little bit up, and now link to controller the first band. We'll now search for the kick peak controller and set the mapping formula to invert it again. Now we'll need to increase the bass exactly to, let's say, here. Now we need to increase the decay a little bit. And volume, of course. Now, every time the kick plays, we make sure that we take it -18 at least dB down, and that will make, with the sidechaining, inaudible at all. That way we'll make sure that everything with the kick and 808, which are the most important parts when it comes to low end, of course, nicely mixed. Pretty nice. Now coming to 808, I think this needs more power. That's why we'll use Distractor from FL Studio native library. That is pretty nice plugin that got released pretty recently actually. And we can just leave it as it is, since this main distortion effect and of course we need to put it behind the equalizer, since distortion always makes some unnecessary low end that we need to take care after it. So let's leave it like this. That way we'll make sure that the 808 is way more audible in the mix. If you would, for example, use the sine wave as a sub, that's very okay, but it won't be audible on the smaller system, of course, or even on those higher end systems, which just don't go under 50 or 40 Hz. That's why distortion is very important to add, but keep in mind that people recommend to make sub bass separately from the bass. That's very important to keep the sub clean. With the bass though, you just cut everything under 100 Hz or so, and only pure sine wave takes care of everything below that. And you can treat the bass as much as you want. Then you need to just make sure that they both play exactly the same line. In our case, we had a pretty nice 808 layer, which didn't need, in my opinion, any separate sub bass.